Hi guys, welcome to Cooking Made Easy with Mookies. Today I'll be showing you how to make this hand-kneaded bread with few ingredients. Firstly, I'm going to activate my yeast by putting in yeast and sugar and warm water. Then I'm going to mix, cover it and set aside for some time. Next, I'm going to measure my flour. I'm going to use a scale because I want 300 grams of flour. I'm going to sift it as I go, and then I'm just going to continue doing that until I get to 300 grams. Next, I'm going to add in my sugar. I added in 4 tablespoons of sugar. I'm going to add in little salt because I'm going to make use of salty butter. Then I'm going to add in just 1 egg. Then my yeast, it's foamy on the top, that means it's an active yeast. If you're sure your yeast is active, you can skip the activation process. I added in a tablespoon of butter, and I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of oil. You can use any oil of your choice. I used groundnut oil. And then I'm going to start kneading, and I'm going to knead until all the flour in the bowl has combined into one dough, and then I'll transfer it to my work surface. First, I'll oil my bowl and set aside. Then I'm going to knead. If you don't know when to stop kneading, you can knead until the sugar particles in the dough no longer feel rough. They're all soft and they've all combined very well into the dough, and then your dough is as stretchy as you can see. Then you can set aside and allow it to rest. I allowed mine to rest for about an hour. While it's resting, let's set my charcoal because I'm using my local oven. I can use gas or charcoal, but today I'm using charcoal, so I'm going to set the fire, turn it on and let it catch. Then I'm going to butter my pan. Make sure you butter your pan very well, especially the edges. If not, your beautiful bread is going to scatter. I went further to dust in some flour after buttering it, and then I took out my dough. It's supposed to be doubled in size than it is, but the weather is cold, so it didn't rise that much, but it's good to go. So I punched out the air, transferred it to work surface, floored the work surface, and then I'm just going to roll it. I'm going to roll it so I can shape it. There are different ways you can shape your bread depending on what shape you want it to have, but I'm just giving it a basic bread shape today. In subsequent videos, I'll teach you how to make different shapes and different forms for your bread. So I'm just folding both sides, and then I'm going to roll it all together so it can fit into the pan that I have for baking. And then I'm going to pinch edges and the sides so that it combines, it comes together. If not, when it bakes, it's going to open. So I pinched the back too and pinched everything till it combined into one dough, and then I'm going to transfer it into our baking pan. So this is what it looks like, and it's set in the baking pan. I'm not setting it in the oven immediately, though the oven has started preheating. So I'm going to cover this aside, and I'm putting the charcoal for the oven to preheat. Like I said, after a while it has increased, and then I put it into the oven and allow it to bake for some time. After it's ready, I oiled it with some butter. I brushed it up because I didn't egg wash before baking. Then I'm going to cover and return into the oven for 10 minutes. After that, the bread is ready. Very soft. Oh my god, it's cracked by the side because after forming the shape, I didn't allow it to rise very well before sending it into the oven for baking. So you can take correction from that little mistake I made. But everything aside, this is a perfect, soft, yummy, sumptuous bread you can try from home. It's so soft. You can do agege burger with this and you're going to love the outcome because it's very, very, very soft and fluffy.